So we're going to talk a little bit about histrionic personality disorder today. And if you have ever come into contact with somebody who has this disorder, you never forget the interaction. These are the people that are frequently labeled as divas or attention seekers or drama kings or queens, and they thrive on being the center of attention, and in fact will frequently try to pull people into their orbit with them. So a person with histrionic personality disorder will exhibit rapidly shifting and particularly intense seeming emotional states. But what you'll find over time with being in the presence of someone like this is the emotional reactions are often very out of proportion for the situation at hand. And they shift so quickly as to be really clear that it's a shallow and superficial expression of emotion as opposed to a real genuine feeling of emotion. People who are histrionic also really value their physical appearance as a tool that they can use to both manipulate people as well as to continue to be the center of attention. And with this, they're often inappropriately seductive or flirtatious in situations where other people would know that this was an okay or acceptable behavior. There's a lack of a filter in terms of when behavior is appropriate or inappropriate, and this is largely due to the driving force of wanting to be the center of attention. So that trumps all other social norms around how to behave and act. In terms of interpersonal relationships, someone who has histrionic personality disorder will frequently be swayed very easily by the opinions of others. And also, they tend to have a tendency to believe that their attachments to others are more strong than they really are. So they may meet somebody and within a couple of days be talking about how this person is their best friend and talking about that person's philosophy or values as if it was their own. It's almost like they're a chameleon in a way, and they'll adapt to whoever it is that they're trying to get close to at the particular moment. A person who is histrionic will have a communication style that's really classified as style over substance. So they will say a lot in a very dramatic way, but when you really try to pin down the point or the message inherent in what they're saying, it can be very difficult to really find something of substance in there. They can have a very theatrical, overly dramatic way of presenting themselves. Again, it all goes back to this central driving force of wanting to be the center of attention. So more women than men have historically been diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder, but there's some question as to whether this has to do with social norms that allow women to express some of these traits in a more open way than men have historically been able to do. So it remains to be seen over the next several years as our society continues to evolve, whether this trend of more women than men will continue or whether it might shift and become more of a balanced picture. In terms of treatment for histrionic personality disorder, it's similar to any other personality disorder in that it is possible and certainly recommended, but it may not be easy or quick. So it's a process to really reevaluate your whole way of dealing with the world and interacting with others. But I think it's definitely worthwhile to seek out the help if somebody's really struggling with this. If this video was helpful or interesting to you, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we will be providing a number of videos on a variety of mental health topics. And if you'd like to learn more about online counseling, please click the link to betterhelp.com below.